I will clean this all up for you just because there's a lot of icons here, and I will make sure it all makes a little bit more sense, and I'll go through and explain each one of those to you. But for now, whilst the telescope is still connected, before I disconnect it all, I just want to talk you through polar alignment and a few other things. So to do the polar alignment, there's some software here by the manufacturer of the mount. The software is Ipolar. So you just effectively double click that, and this will connect you to the computer that's in the center of the mount, on the central axis of the mount, which is what you need for polar alignment. So you just simply connect it, okay, and then it'll initialize, and it'll show you this screen, which is what the camera can see at this point in time. Let me just go to settings, and I've just lost connection to that machine for a second. So just give me a second. Okay, so ignore that disconnected state. It's just the connection to this machine is a little bit clunky. So effectively what you can see right now is the cross, and that cross indicates exact polar alignment, and the red circle indicates where your telescope is pointing as regards to polar alignment. In this particular case, it's polar aligned. That's as good as it needs to be. If you were running an observatory, you would want it to be absolutely perfect. And I do generally get it absolutely perfect, but this sort of movement can be as a consequence of the wind or whatever the case may be. So this is really as good as you can hope. And you can see when it flicks out, it just means that this polar alignment has moved marginally. Okay. There are some very good tutorials on YouTube with regards to this particular software and how to actually do it. So if you wanted to, you wanted to make this perfect. Let's say, for example, this red dot was a bit further away. Those two adjustment points that I showed on the telescope are what you would turn to move this back into the red dot into a position where it overlays the cross. It can be very finicky. Just small movements can take you from here to here, and you can go around and round in circles. It takes a long time to get it figured out, but once you understand how it works, then it's generally fine. And if you do decide to leave the mount permanently located, then you only ever have to do this once and maybe check it every 2 or 3 months. Okay, so that's effectively, in this particular case, I'm polar aligned, and that's all that I would need to do.